Vidit, top finisher amongst Indians at the Blitz, World Blitz. Pretty good event for you.
It depends on how you define good. But definitely, I cannot complain after the games because I feel it could have gone either way. Like, there were some bad positions which I managed to win, but there were some very good ones earlier which I messed up. So, a lot to think about. But yeah, I can't really complain. I think it was kind of deserved what I got.
I think one of the best games for you was your victory against MVL. Very smooth win, yeah?
Yeah, it was a very nice game actually. Like, completely, he made one mistake and then I completely outplayed him. I don't think I made any mistakes there. It was a very, very smooth game.
And he went on to win.
Went on to win, and he was quite upset that I defeated him later on. He was like, when he was fighting for the top spots, he told me, "Why did you defeat me? I would be in lead." I had just lost a game, so I was like, I don't care.
Yeah, and also I guess there were some very nice victories against young talents like Murzin. You beat him. Then you also won against Tersa Kian Samuel, not young talent but a good strong player, Onishchuk.
I think results were okay. I feel it. I mean, I cannot really say that the games were of super high quality. I think my best game was, I think, if you just look quality wise, like very clean game. I guess it has to be one of it was with MVL, of course, but also against Korobov. I think it was very clean, clean finish. So there were some good moments, but the problem was it was not very consistent. And many moments I had like a good position in Blitz and I was not converting. For example, against Duda, if you see first day, completely dead draw position, I like make a pawn breakthrough and trap my own king, which was completely ridiculous. So there were some moments, key moments, yeah, against good players, which I missed on. Like, had I made that draw, the tournament would be different. Even against today against Sarana, I had like -3. It was very clean win position. But I made one error and it missed. Like, so at the crucial moment in the tournament, standing wise, like the tournament start was very good if you notice. I was 4.5 out of 6, something like this, 3.5 out of 4. So I had a good start, but at these key moments I made this errors which costed me. So the consistency level was not there, which is required to finish like really at the top in Blitz.
Yeah, you finished 18th. And what was your aim like?
To be honest, I was not really aiming for any standing because yeah, what will you aim for here? Like, it does not make sense.
Maybe top 10 or something like that.
No, I did not have such aim. Like, my only aim was, I knew that I have a lot to get better at in Rapid and Blitz. So I know my shortcomings there because this is something which I'm last 1 year, 2 year practicing more, playing more of it. I never really did that, which in hindsight is a mistake. I should have played more of these events, but now it has really become a part of chess culture, playing this Rapid and Blitz. Previously, it was just a side event, one tournament, World Rapid and Blitz in 1 year. But now there are so many events.
Now it's like if you don't do well here, you feel bad. Earlier, it was more like, okay, classical to hai, like we have to perform well in classical. This is more like a side.
Yeah, it was like a side gig. But now it has become more mainstream. Of course, it hurts always to play bad. But yeah, it was, the importance was less, let's say, earlier. So I realized that I have to improve. So I was constantly trying to analyze my games in my head. Like, what can I do better? Oh, I'm making this mistake. So every game I wanted to improve. And also the thing is that at some point you also need the results. Otherwise your confidence gets shaken. So you need the balance. Like, you learn from your mistakes, but you also have some good results. You see that whatever you're thinking is actually helping you. So my main aim was to get better at this format because I know I have a lot to improve here, and it's a skill. Blitz can get random, Rapid also can get random, but it's a skill. I think the randomness is more than classical, but it's not completely random. It can be worked upon, and
because in the end, if you see like the best Blitz players do make it to the top. Like if you see Firuza, he did come up, and then there was Magnus also was fighting for the top spot. So
Exactly.
it's like a skill. If you have, you will
it's-
eventually in 21 rounds get more of the games going your way.
Yeah, it's a skill. Like, let's say even in Blitz, like maybe 22 rounds, there can be some accidents. But if you see like a bunch of tournaments, like Firouzja will always be in
Yes.
the top, Naka will always be in one of the top players. So that's a skill, and I know I have a lot to improve there, and that was my aim here.
But since like couple of years or at least a year and a half, I've been seeing that you're playing a lot of online blitz. How different is it to play over the board blitz from online blitz?
I feel the biggest difference is when it comes down to seconds, it's totally different. Because I think with mouse you can make much faster moves. Like even if you're 5 seconds, there's less panic. But over the board, if it's 5 seconds, it becomes autopilot somehow. I think there's one player, Duda, I think he plays very good with just 5 seconds or 2 seconds on the clock. He's very steady hands, you know. If you see his videos, of course you have all the videos. So if you see it, he's, I think, one of the most collected players in time pressure.
Yeah, I saw today some games of, let's say, Firouzja, when he was down to like 3-4 seconds, he's moving a piece in one direction, then he kept his hand on that piece, then he would move it somewhere else, and all of that. I mean, I felt like when you play online, you are so much more composed. Like you have 1 second and you're playing like all these moves, pre-moves and all.
Yeah.
But here, like with 3-4 seconds, it was as if you could not think so clearly.
Yeah, I think that's one difference, which I can definitely think of. Somehow in online, 3 minutes feels more than in over the board. Over the board, you're thinking, and then suddenly you see, 20 seconds, where did this time go?
Correct.
But online, somehow it feels, maybe we are more used to it or something, but it feels longer. 3 minutes feels like, oh, and it's rapid chess.
And when you play a tournament like World Rapid and Blitz, you get to play 34 rounds and you get a chance to face many of the world's best players. So here you faced Nepo, you faced Duda, MVL. Was that a good experience? I think with Nepo you had a nice, I guess, learning experience in the Rapid as well.
Yeah, it's of course good to play strong players. There's no doubt about that. Who else did I play? I think the thing was, in funny thing, like in Blitz, I lost 2 games today. Yeah, and then in the third game, I get to play Korobo, who is also one of the Rapid and Blitz.
Yeah,
like,
he's
very
one
good
of the
player.
best.
So it's like, doesn't matter if you win or lose, you are getting the same kind of players all the time. So the level of field was very strong, I feel. And also, people have gotten better at Rapid and Blitz. That's one thing, because they are also practicing more. So the field here this time was very, very strong, I think, both Rapid and Blitz.
2 things here. One, were you surprised that Nodirbek won the gold medal in Rapid?
Yes.
And were you surprised that Magnus could not finish in the medals in Blitz and got a bronze in Rapid?
I mean, I think Nodirbek winning is more surprising, because it can happen that you don't finish in top 3, because as I said, in Blitz there's some randomness factor always, and you know, it depends when you stop the tournament. So if you stop the tournament 1 round before this, then a lot of people have tied. So
Yes.
it also depends when you stop the tournament. Yeah, I think in classical it's less random completely. So it's possible that he did not finish. It can happen. But Nodirbek winning was completely a surprise.
Yeah, and he's just 17 years old. And,
Yeah, it's very impressive. He defeated a lot of good players, so he kind of deserves it, definitely.
For sure. And now you are going to play all classical events. So all these learnings are not going to be useful immediately, right? Because you have to play Vaikanze, which is totally classical. Unless you tie for the first and have to play a Blitz playoff, which happened between Anish and Jordan last year. And then you have Grand Prix, which is also classical, very important event. So all this learning, will you work on this right now, or that is not the focus?
I think you also, like, playing is always good, because a lot of people played Bullet and it helped them in time pressure in classical and stuff. So I don't think it goes to complete waste, but also it's important to get also into the classical mode. It feels it's a different game altogether, because I went to World Cup and the feeling was totally different. You have just 1 game per day. I mean, that's already
It's like a one story. Because one game, what people don't realize is that the number of hours would be same. Let's say you play 10 rounds of Blitz and one classical is the same number of hours, but one classical game is like one story unfolding with Muse, while 10 Blitz games like 10 different stories.
Yeah, Blitz game is 10 different content on ChessBase India channel, on ChessBase India clips. But in classical, there's only one content. So that's the big difference.
Yeah, I was not thinking from that perspective.
Here you get 10 videos in one day. There's only one video. So you of course like classic Rapid and Blitz more.
Yeah, of course. For us, it was great fun being here. One of the nice memories is spending time with you, Anish, and also going to the
We are
Indian
now
restaurants.
recording this in your room. Maybe you should give a room tour.
No, let's not do that.
And the time is 1 o'clock. 1 in the night.
And today at the RTPCR, that was some an experience which was not very pleasant for you.
It was not very pleasant. Absolutely. It was kind of surprising. I didn't expect that it will be like so long. First of all, I was surprised when I got the email that the test will be done somewhere we have to go, because in World Cup, for example, every 2 days or 3 days, they had arranged a COVID test right after the games, which was very professionally done and it was excellently organized. So I was expecting something similar, and I didn't go to Latvia, but people said that it was also organized very smoothly with this COVID thing was managed well. But here I was surprised that you have to go somewhere else, you have to register online, you have to do all these things, which okay, I didn't mind. And then, but it was a surprise, the first thing. Then I did this, and just in the morning I saw Hikaru's tweet that there's a big queue apparently, but I was already about to go. And when I went there, I realized that there are I think 50 people in front of me in one queue, and another queue is 50 people, and it's taking a lot of time there. And it's very cold in Warsaw. I don't know the temperature that time, but it's always in minus something, and it was freezing, and it took almost 2 hours, just you're standing there, nothing to do in the cold, which was very unpleasant. And I don't think it's what players have to do right before the game, right? I mean, COVID testing, if the tournament of such a stature, World Rapid and Blitz is happening, I thought that it will be taken care of just like how it was in World Cup, where there was a separate facility where right after the games or in the hotel you can do it. So that was a very surprising thing and very unpleasant to have to think about these things rather than game. And eventually I could not get the PCR test done because I was getting late. I had called you, and then we decided that it's better that I chuck the line. After 2 hours, the result was nothing. Then I came back and then I went to the playing hall. So it was very, very unpleasant.
And then you finally got it done in the evening.
Yeah, in the evening, 9 p.m. I still don't have it, the results. I hope it's negative. And tomorrow I have a flight. But yeah, overall it was a very, very unpleasant experience.
And lastly, I have to ask you, what are your New Year resolution? Anything that you are planning to do in 2022, which you think you didn't do in 2021 or something like that?
Watch more of ChessBase India or ChessBase India clips.
Or read more books.
Guys, subscribe to my channel.
Book videos.
Yeah, make more book videos.
Which will reach 100k.
No, that's not gonna happen. Books video. Nobody reads books. They want masala content. That's really
Controversy, yes?
Yes, exactly.
No, but it was great with it, and I guess this tournament wasn't the easiest for you yet. You finished as the top scoring Indian today.
Yes, that's always good.
18th place in Blitz, and also gained rating, I think 28 elo points. So now you're 2,656. So some pleasant things to take back home.
Yeah, definitely. Previously, if you compare, I feel I'm getting my skill is improving in the shorter formats. So I can see that growth. It's not substantial, but I think it's still there. And as you said, to finish in the, because if you look at the players list, it's huge, all the grandmasters. So it was not so bad. Of course, it's always good to get higher, but yeah, I cannot complain.
For sure. And Vidit, wish you good luck for the
PCR test.
first PCR test, then getting to Nashik, then coming out of Nashik,
Going to
then
Vike.
going to Vike.
Hopefully.
Yeah,
Staying
so
in
many.
Europe.
Lot of adventures coming up.
Yes.
Stay tuned.
Subscribe to my channel to get the vlogs.
To see the vlogs.